purr and then a hiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
I'm a cat. I think I pulled something.
You think you pulled something?
Yeah, I pulled back.
All right.
Okay.
I think it was last week, week before last, when we talked about prom experiences in a good mythical more.
Oh.
Didn't we talk about going to prom stagnated?
Yeah.
And then the next week, so let's not even go back there. But there has also been, maybe it wasn't the prom, but there's also been dances where we've each made creative choices similar to some of these photos that we've highlighted in terms of what we were wearing.
And I didn't do that in high school during the prom. First of all, I wore a suit with tails on it to the prom. Because
So you're like a butler.
Well, no, because I'm from North Carolina, and I went to Harnett Central High School, and that was what they told me. You know what I'm saying? And I knew nothing about anything. And so when you go to the thing to rent, they're like, you need tails because you're so tall. You should definitely, and I don't have any, I had no personal plans about what I was gonna wear, so I was just like, okay, I'll do that. You look like an idiot when you do the tails thing. I mean, it's like, who thought that was a good idea? You look like you should be serving hors d'oeuvres. It doesn't make any sense. Don't do tails. And if they give you the tails, cut them off.
Do they still even do that these days?
Probably, but
Probably.
oh, but I do remember making a creative choice at some dance in college. It was like at Meredith College, where your wife went. Me and Greg were going with two girls. I don't remember who they are, but we decided to go.
Allison. Greg went with Allison, and you went with
Lindsay? No, she was at State.
You wanted to go with. No, she didn't go there. That's right.
I don't
know,
remember.
dude.
I wore all white. We wore all white, but with a gold
Cummerbund.
tie and cummerbund. We called ourselves the Golden Twins.
Because when you go to dances, you need to team up with a guy and call yourself something.
Yeah, like a duo.
Christy and I were pretty serious at the time, so we distanced ourselves from the whole Golden Twins thing.
You went to that dance too?
I was there, yeah. I was literally distancing myself from you.
Oh,
Probably why you didn't see me.
I didn't see you there.
Yeah. I was the guy who wasn't wearing a white tux with a gold cummerbund.
But you were like in a relationship at the time, and
yeah,
so you were
I looked normally
seriously
great.
dancing. You probably had a buzz cut and a goatee at that point.
I did, yes.
Which is a real good look for you.
We could probably conjure up some photos, but I don't know if my heart can handle going back and looking at myself anymore back then. If we do, we'll put it on Instagram though. We'll make you go over there and look at that.
But I am intrigued with how
Throwback Thursdays.
When we took, it's interesting how the culture has changed, because when we were,
I did wear an alt white tux. I'm sorry, with black trim, and I have that picture in my house now.
It's a white coat. It's the pants are black, are they?
Yeah. But I look like it was a vintage coat that I bought, and I look like a bartender on the Love Boat.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, it was vintage. It was pretty cool.
That picture is actually up in our house, and it was a masquerade party, and Christy has on like a mask and a yellow.
And you also have on a mask,
like a flapper dress kind of a thing. You remember that picture?
I've been to your house. I've been to your house recently.
Yeah, do you remember it from like last week?
It's one of those things. I don't know if I'm remembering the picture or the event.
You weren't at the event.
Oh, I definitely just remember the picture then.
Right.
But seriously, today's culture, you go to the prom, you're thinking about the internet. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking about the internet results of your night. You're like, okay, well, what photos am I gonna post? What am I gonna Instagram? I'm gonna wear this, not because of the people at the prom, but because of the people who I'm friends with on social media.
I'm gonna Vine myself twirling in my dress.
We had
gonna spin on
none of that,
forever.
right? We had none of that.
That's a good idea.
And so you didn't think as much about these choices, and if you did, it was all about just that night. And maybe it will be preserved in the yearbook. You're gonna get some photos made that then you have the option of buying, and that it might be on display at your house or something.
But the thing
it's a different mentality.
The thing that I never got was, I think people's actions are mediated by media now. But back in the day, I never understood the people who would go to dances and they would just cut loose and act crazy as if there weren't chaperones there that were teachers and parents just watching them.
When you say act crazy, you mean bump and grind.
Yeah, like a bump and grind or like a making out on the dance floor in front. Like I would never do anything like that around like someone that my mom could talk to later.
Well,
or that was a teacher that I had to learn English from the next morning.
Right, but they were doing that back when we were in high school.
That's my point. I'm saying even before media, there was an external awareness that that people are watching, even in the room, but people seem to disavow that. They just didn't care.
I think it's probably better now than it was because of that. Because if
people didn't rein in their actions at a dance in front of chaperones, why are they going to do it in front of the internet? They're not. Kids are just as crazy now as they've always been.
Well, that might be true, but I'm just saying that. Well, you don't really care what like Mr. Royal thinks about what you're doing.
I did.
I didn't care.
But you care about what the internet.
I mean, bump and grind.
More eyeballs.
Are you going to bump and grind at your prom? And if so, is it going to be vined?
I don't even think that they say those words anymore.
We should
bump and grind.
Bump and grind. It should be a hashtag. It should be huge on Vine after prom night.
They don't even
twerking.
Know what it is. Like,
but twerking is a solo thing. Bump and grind is a two-person situation.
I don't think twerking is necessarily solo.
Really?
Yeah, but I think that's the modern day bump and grind. But that's old news, man. What's the hot prom moves this season? I might need to chaperone myself somewhere, just to get some reconnaissance.
We should chaperone some people's some proms. We should make ourselves available to chaperone proms.
Yeah, why don't you ask us to go to the prom with you as a chaperone? Because we're...
You're Rhett and Link are chaperoning this prom? I think they split up. I think it's just Link at this one. And Rhett's at another one down the street.
I wonder what the pay would be.
He's got on a white tux with tails, and he's called himself the Golden Twin. Apparently, there's another guy.
They pay you in punch?
Yeah, that's right, man.
Well, I don't like punch.
How much do you think we could get paid? You know, some people...
I asked that question a minute ago.
Oh, you did say that?
Yeah, I did.
How much money, though? I mean, you said punch.
No, I said, how much would you get paid? And then Jason said, get paid in punch.
I'm not saying getting paid like a normal chaperone.
We just traveled back in time to when I was talking.
I'm talking
earlier.
About getting paid like a personal appearance situation.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's cash this in.
Celebrity.
I'm go to every prom.
Celebrity chaperone.
Yeah. Yeah, let's put a price tag on that.
That's kind of self-inflating, isn't it?
I mean,
Rhett and Link,
you should
professional prom chaperone celebrities.
You should see me in tails, and then you'll pay me 10 grand.
You look shorter.
What?
You look shorter in the tails.
Yeah, it compresses everything. Don't pull on my tails, though.
Don't bump and grind me either. I'm the chaperone.
You guys, that's extra. If you want to pull on my tails or bump and grind, you got to pay extra.